make sure parents know what kind of book Wicked really is. A lot of people more cultured than me know that the Wicked movie was adapted from a Broadway musical. But a bigger secret is that both the movie and the play is based on a novel, a book. That's why the movie based on a book that we're busting down today is Wicked. Welcome to the LitFlix show, where we highlight pop literature and a multiverse of movies, film, and TV shows inspired by written works. No one loves musicals as much as they used to, except maybe Bollywood. Gone are the days of Gene Kelly singing in the rain and the hills being alive with music. Julie Andrews. Nowadays, it's just kind of weird and distracting when someone suddenly bursts into song. That's not the way we like stories to unfold most of the time. Is it just a nod to the roots of the film industry or cute novelty? Wicked is kind of the latest reason we get to ask that question. Part 1 came out in 2024, and the second edition is set to drop in November 2025, just a month away from the recording of this video. Wicked is the title of a novel by Gregory Maguire, which came out in 1995. That book is the source material for a Broadway musical, which debuted in 2003. And do not get this book called Wicked if you want to read that lovely story from the Broadway musical and now, of course, the latest movie. The Wicked movie and the Wicked book are not the same. The Wicked book is not for children. I repeat, do not get the Wicked book as a gift for your kids. Aww. The book includes graphic sex, violence, incredibly dark, depressing scenes, and a whole lot of dark tones. They changed all of that just to make this into a story that's a lot more friendly for people of all ages and backgrounds. The book, on the other hand, is kind of made for people who like to rattle the cages, or who don't need sweet talk or happy endings to be entertained. In the book, you don't even get to see Elphaba fly. That's right, Elphaba does not fly in the book. She does not defy gravity in that way. That's an invention for the stage, and that piece was adapted into the movie. And nobody sings in the entire book. The book is more of a serious exploration of propaganda and dictatorships. Yes, the stories are the same. Elphaba meets Glinda at school, and they become frenemies. Oz is undergoing radical changes thanks to the mysterious wizard. Elphaba is born different, and because of that, they make her out to be a witch, but really, she just hates liars and fake people. What the movie turned into a power ballad was originally a political tragedy, but here is the ugly truth about Wicked. First ugly truth about Wicked is the political corruption and all of the propaganda through this entire novel. In the movie, the Emerald City glows like a dream, towers sparkling, people cheering, and a wizard who feels more like a quirky CEO than a tyrant. But in the book, Oz runs on propaganda. The wizard is more like a populist dictator. He floods the entire land of Oz with speeches, posters, and even fake science that turns people against the talking animals. The real magic trick in the Wicked book is mass manipulation. The second ugly truth about Wicked, somehow everyone gets to be evil in this story. In the movie, it's simple. Glinda's good, Elphaba's misunderstood, the wizard's bad, but the book is not simple. Glinda is more someone who is complicit in a system that hurts people, but because she gets to have nice parties, she's okay with it. She doesn't fight the system. She benefits from a really bad system, and she doesn't challenge any injustice that she sees, but she does like go around doing cutesy charity. You see in the book how she's comfortably corrupt. In the movie, she's more kind of a naive person who has a good heart. You see Elphaba's sister in a movie too. She's in a book. She becomes a tyrant. She's like a religious zealot, just goes crazy, enslaves her citizens, thinks that she's doing it out of righteousness, out of good religion, just as cruel as any kind of wickedness. And then there's Elphaba. She rages against this really crooked system that the wizard has set up. She fights back, and that's her kind of flying moment, but she does it in a way that has to hurt people. She breaks things, she lies, and she has a good reason. She saves lives as well. She shelters animals and rebels, and she also has to kidnap people and commit violence to do what's right. But in a book, her rebellion is blood, secrecy, and guilt. The book doesn't let anyone off the hook, especially the reader. All the characters think that they're righteous, but everyone is a villain in someone else's story. Good and evil start to look the same, and all that's left is power. It gets ugly. The third ugly truth. In the movie, you see Elphaba rising up, singing, powerful, free. But in the book, there's no music. There's no spotlight. There's just ash and smoke and destruction, and Elphaba's standing ankle deep in it. That's where she finds the government of the Wizard of Oz has burned animals alive. So she decides to fight. She fights against the cruelty, the imprisonment, the executions, the silence, the fake people. She gets branded a monster because she goes against the system. Because she's like, if you're going to call me a monster, I'm going to show you a monster. In a book, you'll read about years of Elphaba giving her life to the resistance, fighting, hiding, being branded wicked. The Emerald City writes her out of all their memory and history and just paints her a villain. And then they drop a house on her to finish the job. The real big difference between the Wicked film and the book. One gives you a song to believe in, and the other gives you a system of being a radical, rebellious, rage against the machine. The Wicked movie wants us to believe in friendship and freedom, but the Wicked novel wants us to question systems and power. Wicked isn't just about witches, wands, and songs. It's about what happens when propaganda wins, when morality breaks down, and when rebellion isn't a song, it is the only strategy for survival. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's our time today. Thanks for watching the LitFlix show. If you love diving into the source material behind these movies that we love, give us a follow. Hit that like button, and most importantly, make sure parents know what kind of book Wicked really is before they end up in someone's stockings at Christmas. See you next time.